How are you today? So, we got a couple stories that I want to share with you today. First, we're going to talk about Whitney Rose, uh, devastated that the story about her husband running a Ponzi scheme. That's what I'm going to call it, a Ponzi scheme, just like Jen Shaw. How devastated she is. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Lala Anthony and the Switz Beats rumors that they're having an affair and what Switz Beats' response was. Not good, people. Not good. Then we're going to talk about Megan Stallion, how everyone is turning on her since the news came that Tory Lanez it has a witness to verify everything that he says. People are turning on her. I mean, big time. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about J Lo. this is it's not really funny, but Ben Affleck gave an interview to Howard Stern a couple days ago in which he basically blamed Jen Gardner for his drinking problems. Allegedly, J Lo's pissed about that, and now he's trying to backpedal. You can't backpedal. You said it, buddy. You said it. So let me go ahead, play my intro, allow more people into the room, and then we'll get right into it. Hi, guys. How are you? Hi, everybody. Let's get into these stories. It's getting closer and closer to Christmas, my favorite holiday. I can't wait. Like less than no, about a week and a couple days. I'm so excited. So like maybe Monday I'll start the countdown. I'm gonna have a countdown, people, a Christmas countdown. It's my favorite holiday. But in the meantime, let's get back to these stories. Let's start out with this Whitney Rose story. Let me put it up. Okay, so we all know yesterday Rich Andrew came on here. Well, no, not just yesterday, a month before. He told us the story a month ago, but he came on yesterday and confirmed everything that he had said a month ago, which is Whitney's husband, Justin, is running I say Ponzi scheme. Other people call it a pyramid, but he's basically doing the same thing that Jen Shaw is doing. He is scheming people out of money. I'll put it that way. Now, according to Andrew yesterday, and if you want to go back and check that video and get the details of what's going on, go back and look at yesterday's video. But he's not looking at as much time as Jen Shaw, but nevertheless, another crook on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay, third crook, third one, and I like Whitney. I did find it odd that she understood before anybody else exactly what Jen Shaw was doing. But anyway, so now the rumors are that she is devastated that the news is hitting the mainstream. Remember yesterday, Andrew said that she asked them not to talk about it. Um, the previous 2 seasons, they knew about it. But now she's devastated. And not only is she devastated, she's scared they're going to make it a storyline. I joked yesterday and I said, is she going to be on Hulu next? Remember that? I said, you remember every time you commit a crime, they do a documentary on Hulu and it blows up. She might be the next Hulu person. I mean, her and then Mary might be next, or there may be Whitney Rose. I don't know, but I see a Hulu special in her future. You can't hide this anymore now that it's hit the mainstream. Not only can you not hide it, the public knows about it, but it's only fair, if you ask me, that they talk about it. Now, I'm not buying the whole she asked them. I mean, I'm sure she asked them and they didn't run the story, but I feel that they had this idea to run this all along. They probably said, yeah, we're not going to run it now. We're too busy working on Jen Shaw. This is what they were thinking in their head. I mean, if you ask me, but we're going to get to it sooner or later. That's what I think. They had every intention. They don't bring you on these shows and know you're being sued for something so serious. Oh, I forgot my banner. Thank you guys. There we go. And not plan on making this a storyline. That is not how the game is played, people. It's not how the game is played. They had every intention, if you ask me, of making this a storyline, and now she's panicking. Remember how hard she was on Mary? How she talked about Jen Shaw, pardon me. Well, both of them. How hard she was on Jen Shaw. She kept looking online, talking about it, telling the girls what was going on. Karma might be in your future, Whitney. This isn't good. It isn't good. And it's even worse that I will be here for every single moment of it. Is that bad? It's television. This is their real life, but this is television, and everything is, up for a review. We got to talk about it, people. We got to talk about it. So that's my first story. The second story I want to talk about is this Meg the Stallion story that I've been following now for a couple days. Let me put it up here. This is not good. Hold on, let me put it up here. It's not good, people. Especially, do you guys remember I did a video? I said the reason that I picked this story is because of the whole aspect of a man. How can I explain it? Mistreating a woman. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And so I ran a story on it, and I plan on following the trial. But yesterday, and we did videos about it, and we were all going back and forth with each other. I believe her. I don't believe her. Da 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 da. But then yesterday, Tori's attorney came out and said they have a witness to corroborate Tori's story. And not only that, remember, they did find gunpowder, gun residue on the other person, Kelsey's hands. The media, social media, is turning on her. You know how they are. Now they're calling her Megan Smollett. This is bad. This is bad. This is before anything. She already came out once and said she hated talking about this over and over. It made her relive the situation. Now you got social media putting their 2 cents in. Is before the trial has begun and we heard official statements. Okay, we don't know what this witness is going to say. And, it sounds bad. I'm not going to lie. It sounds bad that they have a witness to collaborate Tori's story, but let's all keep an open mind. I keep telling everyone to keep an open mind, and not a damn person's listening to me. Okay, nobody's listening to me. Social media is taking this and running with it. They're calling her Megan Smollett. It's bad. She just inked a deal with Netflix to produce some movies. Her career she's hot right now. She's the it girl. And now she has to deal with this. I'm not going to say too much because, something might look a certain way. You guys know how court is. It might look good on paper, like, oh, Megan's lying now. There's a witness, and maybe she's not. So let's just, somebody listen. Can one person listen to me and just try to keep an open mind? But yeah, they're dragging her on social media. Megan Smollett. And that's the worst of the worst. Who wants to be compared to Jesse these days? No shade, Jesse. You're still a great actor, but you're a lying actor, officially, because you've been convicted at this point. So that's what I have to say on that story. Let's move on to Lala Anthony. Woo! Woo! I don't know what to say about this. So let me find the story here. This story's been going on since yesterday. Put it on the screen here. That there's a radio personality. Put it on the screen here. That came out, and her name is Miss Jones, and she said that somebody DM'd her a month ago, somebody from Swiss Beats Camp, saying that Lala Anthony, Carmelo Anthony's ex. Everybody knows Lala. She was on Power, and Swiss Beats, who's married to Alicia Keys, were having an affair. Woo! That like, first of all, she's a radio personality. So if you're lying, you're gonna get sued. It's just not a good look. No one's gonna come on your radio show if you're lying. But she swore by her statement that this information was given to her by someone in Swiss Beats camp. And not only were they having an affair, he said they were in love. And the evidence is go back a couple weeks back on Swiss Beats account, and Lala is the first one to always like his post and things like this. And allegedly, he had to tell Lala to stop doing that because it might make Alicia suspicious. Now, look. Okay. And so he came out today and responded to it. And this was his response. He basically, all he said was, knock it off. Let me find it. He tweeted, knock it off. Knock it off? You knock it off. What? Listen, if somebody here, he responded to the Jasmine brand, knock it off. If somebody accused me of having an affair on my wife, on Perry, my reaction would be strong. Knock it off. And I hate to bring up old news, but it is what it is. It has to go down like this, people. It has to go down like this. I believe her, Miss Jones, because of the way that Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats got together. Remember, he was cheating on his wife, Mashonda. You guys remember that dirty scandal? It was a scandal, people. It was a scandal. And he's known to be a cheater. So knock it off. The part that's shocking to me is that it's Lala, who I love. I love not Lala, but that we got to talk about that. Like, what? Knock it off. My reaction would be harsher. And what's the saying? Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's how I look at it. Like, no, Swiss, I'm not buying. Knock it off. Leave Lala alone. Stop cheating on my girl, Alicia. Even though what comes around goes around, Alicia, you're still my girl. I still like you. Your music is the best. But no. If you ask me, and nobody has, remember, my job is giving unwanted opinions. And no, you knock it off. You two ought to be ashamed of yourself, even though Lala is single now because Carmelo Anthony cheated on her and had a baby on her. This is crazy. They're just all going around town cheating on each other. So that's that story right there. Let's move on. Let me take this down. Thank you, Gen Xer. I appreciate the super chat. Is J-Lo. So I was going to do the Tristan Thompson story, but I'm going to put J-Lo story about this because this is crazy. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's unbelievable. I can't believe Ben Affleck. That's why I'm laughing. Because Ben Affleck went on Howard Stern. Okay? Howard Stern, the shock jock of the world. He went on Howard Stern and said that, this is his words verbatim, I'm not putting it into his mouth. He says, part of why I started drinking was because I was trapped. He says, I was like, I can't leave because my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? His solution was to get a bottle of scotch, and he fell asleep on the couch, which turned out to be not the solution. He was so unhappy, he turned into a drunk. I don't know. I'm laughing. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not supposed to laugh when I'm reporting what's going on. I'm not laughing. I know this is just a crazy reaction I'm having. Okay. So the word is J-Lo was horrified when he said that. She said those comments were unnecessary. So that's the rumor. J-Lo was pissed. I'm amped to believe the rumor because now he's coming out today revising the story. He's saying the media made a much bigger deal and made it sound more salacious than it really is. Listen, Ben, listen up, Ben. As Judge Judy would say, don't pee on my leg and tell me that it's raining. You said it, okay? How did the media make it seem more salacious, okay? You were the drunk on the couch with a bottle of scotch because you were trapped in a marriage you didn't like. How do you make that sound any nicer than what you said? And I read your words verbatim. You cannot take it back. And the reason, in my opinion, that J-Lo's so upset, J-Lo will leave you if you make her look bad. Ask Puffy. It's so bad. She will leave you if it's not a good look. She might go back to A-Rod. She might pick up someone else because she is never without being in a relationship. She's just not. Did she do the right thing by making you come back and recant your statement? No. What? The media made it more salacious than what it Ben. Come on, Ben. Cut it out. Harry.
What's up?
Those are our 4 stories today. Let's sound on Whitney Rose first. She's scared now.
She should be.
Why?
I mean, she's sitting there enjoying it, eating popcorn with extra butter on it, watching Jen go through her shit, right? I mean, she's a crook her damn self.
Oh.
And then she's worried about that photo shoot she took that cost, the photo shoot for her
$20,000. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got to get the pictures back now because they ain't gonna be able to afford it.
Perry. Here's the thing. You, me, everybody in the chat. So we're real in danger of this. You have to be careful of kicking someone when they're down because the tables might turn on you.
Oh, I thought you was
They
telling me
might turn on you. Like we might get some tables turned on us. Right?
Well, then you
especially
can laugh
in the
at
job that we're in.
At that time, you can laugh at Perry then. But right now, it's Whitney's turn, okay? I mean, that's all I can say about it. I mean, she's sitting there, just riding. She can't just get with the girls. Yeah, and this is how they did the scheme. This is how they did this. Look at her. She's a liar.
Do you remember how she acted on the bus?
When she dating, when she allegedly dating a fat ass criminal herself.
Oh, didn't I just tell you be careful what you do? You can't kick somebody when they're down. Didn't I just tell you that?
Yeah, but I don't listen to you, Sharrell.
I mean, listen. Do you think that the producers had every intention on when the time was right of releasing what was going on? How do we know that production, producer, somebody that has something to do with Bravo didn't release the lawsuit? It's been going on for a while now. If Rich Andrew can get to the story, the producers had to know.
Yeah, but maybe, maybe they had it and just figured they'll override it. Maybe it wouldn't be so great. But after the Erica thing, they starting to wonder how great it is. That's why Mary's in trouble too. I'm saying, like, at first you can think,
you mean for ratings?
Yeah, it could be boring if I bring this lawsuit in, but they seen the Erica fiasco and then it's like, no, you know what? We got to include Whitney too.
Yeah,
Mary,
they did too. Shaw. They're gonna do Mary. I guarantee you, at some point, they're gonna talk about Mary's lawsuit.
And trust me, I say this right now, ain't nothing happened. Meredith ain't clean neither, in my opinion.
Meredith? Oh, Perry.
I'm just saying, her husband flying around ain't never home, and she getting freaky. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I don't know. It's something with that girl talking out the side of her mouth that I think is some stuff in the closet. That's all.
But you're not going to create a Ponzi scheme. I'm too scared of stuff like that. But
if Whitney wrote
we're going to watch the whole thing unfold, huh?
Never mind. I said if Whitney wrote a book on it, I might try it.
You got to be careful what you say, Perry. Careful what you say. Let's move on to the next story. Let's talk about Lala Anthony and Swiss Beats. Cut it out. Knock it off. I'm sorry. Knock it off. That's his response to someone saying you're cheating on your wife.
Right. I mean, not to defend her. I mean, but didn't Carmelo cheat too? I'm just saying for Lala, so I'm not gonna just come down on her. But the other guy,
that's bad what you just said. So now you're saying
no. I'm just saying there's always a couple things why a person would do that, because Lala, I always liked her too. So I don't want to look at her as being like, oh, you cheated with this guy. But his defense didn't seem convincing. Yeah, I get you.
It doesn't. This is just our opinions. It like Swiss. No. Cut it out. Stop cheating with Lala. Megan the Stallion, Megan Smollett. We're laughing just not because of the situation, just because that's why are you laughing?
It could come out that way though, but I was watching some news this morning where, I mean, because I guess when they had the preliminaries, before the trial started, it's just the prosecutor trying to convince them that they have a case. And supposedly, like today, they had a whole bunch of cops come in and talk about what they heard when they got to the scene. And it's looking more on her side. But
like her side, like she's lying, right?
No. It's the cops making it seem more believable on her side, just off the testimony, stuff that was said. But it's always going to be that way until you have a chance to debunk that, what they saying and all that stuff, like defend himself.
Then why is everyone calling Megan Smollett?
Well, because everybody got an opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm talking about just this morning that happened, but it don't make sense. If you shoot me in the foot, damn it, I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to back off of it. I'm not going to say
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay real neutral in that because this story is crazy.
No, I get it. I'm neutral too. I'm not saying he shot her, he didn't shoot her, but I'm just saying if I thought you shot me in my foot, I'm gonna say, look, you shot me in my foot. I didn't step in no glass, no wet water, nothing.
I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. I'm letting everyone else make their judgment. Like Jerry here, he says, I believe Megan. Someone powed her. I don't know. We'll talk about it later in the chat. I wanted to ask you, is that where we went last night? That's a personal picture. Move to the side. Did you really take it? Oh my God. So last night, this is like a, what would you call it? Some Christmas.
Like a Christmas light show. Where they just got like a big maze, a lot of, ice skate and all that stuff going on.
That's cool that you put that up there. Now let's talk about J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Ben.
Yeah.
Why? It's ridiculous.
Well,
he said it.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I just say this, right? Just from my past experience, I'm not going to discount the man. Maybe he shouldn't have said it publicly. But I've talked
to him say something like that.
I've talked to a lot of men who said their wife led them to drinking. No, I'm telling you. So bad they forget they married. Remember I told you that? You laughed at that. A lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know what the girl did to him. I don't know.
Eric, that's not funny.
I'm just saying. I mean, and I'm sure a lot of guys led a whole bunch of girls to drink it. It's not on one side or the other.
So you think he was joking? Well, Perry.
No. I'm thinking he could have been telling the truth.
Right. And why? Okay. So why try to distance yourself now and sugarcoat it and not make it sound so bad?
Because his new lady mad about it. He ain't worried about the old lady mad. J-Lo is mad. So he's going to say, oh, well, I won't say this about you. I didn't really mean it about the other person. So now he don't want J-Lo to think if they ever separate, he's going to tell the truth too. That's what I'm thinking. Or either J-Lo just mad. I don't know. It's crazy. He shouldn't have said it like that. Now, do I actually believe it? No. You started drinking because you wanted to drink, but okay.
You can't. Jennifer Gardner's really sweet. Come on, Ben. You're the drunk. I mean, you admitted it. It's not even allegedly. You're the drunk. That was wrong. Don't do that. All right. Bonji says, I believe Megan 100%. I don't know, Bonji. I'm so leery to say one way or the other at this point. It's not even allegedly. You're the drunk. That was wrong.
Oh no. I mean, he got to turn his
right, Bonji says, I believe Megan.
Hey guys, what's going on?
You're echoing.
You echoing in the North Pole.
Leave me alone, Perry. I'm over here enjoying my Christmas cookies. Let me alone.
Canela, let's just go down all
Hi,
the
Sabrina.
stories. Hi, Sabrina. How are you?
Hey.
Let's start with Canela. Let's talk about Whitney Rose
Okay.
panicking.
Now, as y'all saw, like Perry said, she was trying to give us that non-product photo shoot on Sunday. So she's got to figure out what she needs to do to stay on the show. I believe you, Sharrell, when you said the producers finally got the go ahead to, try to do what they're doing to Erica Jane, because who knows? Justin's case may blow up just as it won't be as bad as Jen and Tom Girardi's, but it's gonna be something to watch because I mean he's doing a Ponzi scheme. It's like she has admitted she has blown their whole savings. They have nothing. So I'm guessing he got to go ahead and ruin everybody else's life to get their money back. So
yeah.
I'm just
That's
saying.
bad.
And she admitted that on Sunday, and I'm just sitting here like, why would you do that? And he was pissed. If you look at his face, he was so pissed. He was like, why didn't you tell me this stuff? And she's trying to get $250,000. No, I think she was trying to get a $1.4 million.
$1 million, yeah.
Like $1 million credit line or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's going to have to be the co-signer if she doesn't get it. So it's like, where's the money coming from then? You got to think about that.
Yeah, now he was pissed off. I mean, his face turned red. I mean, he was like huffing and puffing. He looked, and he said, well, $1 million. Well, I'm getting sued for all this money for robbing these people.
And remember this, she even admitted that they're in the red. And I'm like, Whitney, you supposed to plan this stuff.
You are messy.
This is supposed to be step by step of what you need to do when you're coming out with a business, with a business model, and to present your product. Your body is not your product.
Now you like you said in the red, they're gonna be in the orange soon if they keep doing this.
Black. They're gonna be the dark black. I can't wait to see it.
Sabrina, everybody's talking in the chat about this Megan Smollett. What do you think about that? Is that wrong? Megan Smollett.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, actually. I'm like the biggest Meg the Stallion fan, but I think she got shot low-key, or like the gun went off when her friend Kelsey was holding it. And because Kelsey had the gun residue in her hands, right?
You think Kelsey shot her?
Yeah, but she's like, oh, girl power, all of this, so it will like ruin her brand. So that's why she said like, oh, Tori did it. And I think they was on a lot of drugs, shit like that.
Wait, I want to just take in what you're saying.
Know.
You think, I want to make sure I hear you correctly. You think Kelsey shot her. Megan knows Kelsey, huh?
That's a fact. Kelsey shot her. I think so.
So you think Kelsey shot her?
Yeah.
Megan knows she shot her. She shot her, but they're blaming Tori anyway.
Yeah, because by the time she got shot, she was signing to Jay-Z's record label, like Rockefeller, something like that, Rock Nation, I think. So she was thinking, okay, girl power. I'm with Beyonce's team right now. Like, I just want to stay, like, and she was on a lot of drugs, so she can remember. She will maybe blame on that. I don't know. But
I always thought Tori was the one that shot her because she came out and said it. And
Kelsey. You think Tori shot her?
That's what was said. That was what was said. She came out and said he did it, unless I'm mistaken, because this is what I heard over the television from her mouth. She said he did it, and he came out against her, was like, no, I didn't shoot you. Somebody said he told her to dance B, and I mean, it's not funny to say that, but I'm just sitting here like, which one? Who shot who? Because it don't make sense to me. If Tori shot her, why not just cop to it? You shot it in the foot, but was it malicious or was it intent? I mean, which one is it? So just cop to it if you did do it. If you didn't do it, just say I didn't do it, and and Megan just go on. I'm just saying, hey, my love.
It's crazy.
Hey, what's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey, what did you want to sound off on today?
Okay, first we gonna do Meg. Okay,
everybody's talking about it.
I said this in the chat earlier. I said that maybe in the scuffle, she didn't know who shot her, so she blamed Tory. But now that the
Wait,
because they were
you think
scuffling,
you think it was a
they were
scuffle?
scuffling.
You think it was a scuffle between all three?
That's what I think.
All three of them were
It's possible, but it's possible because all three of them was in the car, so it's possible.
Mm.
And the gun went off in Kelsey's hand and ricocheted off of some stuff and hit Meg. Who knows? No one really knows.
Yeah.
You can't call her Megan the Smollett because you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly. She might not even know what happened to her.
Yeah. It's really weird too. And now they testified, one of the detectives, that they lost the bullet fragments. Remember that yesterday? I talked about that yesterday.
That's just the math ain't mathing on that one.
Yeah.
Did Tory go out there and pay them to lose them bullet fragments?
Could be a possibility. Who knows? And I want to say something about Whitney.
Oh, Whitney Rose.
Whitney's husband's company sells her products.
But what is it? I mean, I know she was saying
it's some kind of skincare,
right?
And there is.
What do you mean? What do you mean? His
company, his pyramid scheme, Amway type company sells her products.
I got you.
That's allegedly someone else's product that Rich Andrew brought up the other day. I also have some tea. I was telling Mod Squad 711 this yesterday that there is a certain 2 vloggers that are in a relationship, and one of them is a what is it when they influencer for Whitney's company, and they always bring it up every time they do Utah.
I think I remember you saying that in the chat yesterday. I think I saw you saying that.
No names. No names.
I didn't say no names.
That's not unbelievable.
But I remember you said that in the chat yesterday.
I don't forget a thing.
That's not unbelievable. Like I said, a lot of these reality stars pick their favorite blogs to, push them up.
Right.
Yeah. So that's reasonable to believe that. Mel, what do you think about Whitney husband being just as bad as Jen Shaw?
I'm not shocked, and I think that it's crazy for me that they all. So the thing that's crazy is Mary is obviously a nut job. Obviously, she's out of her mind. So it's not unfortunate they're going after her. But the thing that's crazy is that you have this woman who's presenting almost as black. We're talking about Jen, and something went down with her. Now the other woman who is black but don't want to be black for the way she bleaching her skin, all those problems. Now they're going after her, saying that that she's having issues. But Whitney is up there pointing fingers, and she's sitting on a pyramid scheme herself. So that's pretty crazy. But I wanted to say the funniest part you were talking about was Ben. So I was saying he was making Jennifer Gardner out. He was acting like he was in the episode of Married to Children, like she was Peg Bundy or something. Like I'm married to drinking all the time.
Not Peg Bundy.
She went in sex all the time. I'm like, damn, who is she? Peg Bundy? Like, come on, she's a beautiful woman. He acting like Al Bundy, basically. That's what he acting like. Like, come on.
What made Ben go on Howard Stern, a shock jock, say those things, and now regretting that he says them? You're on a national platform. It's not like he didn't know where he was.
Publicity.
He was probably drinking again.
Could be.
That's why he lost. That's why he lost Batman. He lost Batman because he out there.
Perry, I need you to tell Vegas to close their casinos because he's gonna be up there gambling his life away again.
Y'all are so
and bringing the nanny. Don't forget he likes to bring the nanny.
I'm just saying. Me and Corey, we just telling y'all make sure Vegas close the casinos because he's gonna rob y'all. Well, he's gonna give y'all money because he's gonna lose all the money, so he's gonna pay y'all.
Let's not forget that he didn't want to marry J-Lo allegedly because she was Latina. Hello. Now why is she back with this fool? That's what I heard. I heard his Boston family did not want her in the family.
Wait, has anybody else heard that?
I haven't heard of it.
Yes. She said allegedly Ben did not marry J-Lo because she was Latina.
But
And
she's, well, hold on. But she's still Latina. So why would
that's
he
what
go
I'm
back?
saying. And he's back with her. And I'm like,
that don't mean he gonna marry her.
Maybe times have changed from 2005 to now.
So people have heard this. They're saying that the mom didn't want him to marry her. What? Huh? What?
Is his mom still living? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still living.
Oh, okay.
But they are from Boston. You know, those people out there, they very strict with they you know.
Mm-hmm. You know how them Irish be. You know how it is. I was gonna say something, but I changed my mind. But you know how it is. You know how it is.
Well, right now they're just dating. I don't think they're gonna get
I
married.
don't think they're gonna be together like that. I don't think they're gonna get married because everybody is still holding out for her to get back with Mark Anthony. I'm not.
Why would she do that?
I'm not. Look, I was never a fan of their being together anyway. That was just for more publicity and more money coming in for them, and that's exactly what they did. So once they had their children, they was out of the spotlight for a good little minute.
Yeah, well, his mama.
Someone's crazy. Is that you, Corey?
It might be. Let me drop me down and let me fix it.
Okay.
Look at Trav. Ben looks like he drinks Everclear chased by moonshine.
You might be right. I think so.
This is what I'm saying. Would you be scared to date J-Lo? Because if you mess up next week, she'll get somebody else.
Well, I mean, but at this point, unless all the men she had messed up, she don't stay nowhere too long anyway, do she?
She don't.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Sabrina.
Hey, guys.
Sky, what did you want to weigh in on?
I wanted to talk about the whole Whitney thing.
Ooh, bring it on.
You know, it's not shocking because Utah is the Mecca center for MLMs. And it is sad because, I know a few people that are involved in MLMs and pyramid schemes. And it
Wait
really...
a minute. Hold on, Sky. You're saying that Utah is known for pyramid schemes?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're.
Who told you this?
Who told you that? Come on now.
Okay, never mind. Don't reveal your source. That was just my first thought. Wait, has anybody else on the panel heard this?
I mean, I've heard some stuff about it, but this is years ago. This is nothing like now because Utah is not on the map. We don't know a lot of stuff that goes there, but I've heard some things about Utah. But
Todd Barr's reporting is confirming it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I cut you off, Sky. I was so shocked. Go ahead.
So Utah is the epicenter for MLMs. There's LuLaRoe, there's Modere, there's what's the other one? Herbalife. There's all these huge companies that have their headquarters in Salt Lake City, Utah. And all these people are employed from these huge companies. And they really steal money from all their employees because you can't make any money.
Hold on. This is overwhelming.
And I use Herbalife. Oh, my God.
Are you
He
telling
got
me
Herbalife here, too. In Scandinavia, all the way. It's pyramid scheme, but I didn't know it was from Utah.
I didn't either, and I use that product.
Yeah. Sorry.
Have you checked your banking account lately?
Right.
I haven't bought it since 2015. But when in 1999, that's how I lost a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight off of that.
Are you saying, Sky, that there's a possibility that this is where Jen Shaw came up with this master plan?
I think so. Well, I think a few episodes ago, Heather did say that she wasn't shocked because Utah has very little laws when it comes to how you can run a business.
Yes, she did.
So a lot of people take advantage of the lack of laws and regulations that Utah has when it comes to running a business.
I don't even know what to say. I mean...
Man,
and it's sad. It's sad. There's so many people. There's so many documentaries about these companies because the only people that make money are the people on top, and everyone else they lose 50, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, it's insane.
Wow.
Wow. So
I
we
never even knew that.
So, I mean, it feels like that maybe Mary has the most legitimate job on the cast.
Mel, you got it.
I mean,
Stephanie says the Utah state legislature deliberately relaxed laws governing mid-level marketing companies while other states were tightening theirs. Whoa.
yeah.
Wow.
That's why you have all these crooks.
I mean,
basically,
do they even have cops in Utah?
Nope.
No. I'm only saying.
Mary,
I mean, it's like a lot of crime going on, and then it took cops from New York to get Jen.
That's what I was just going to tell you. I was just going to tell you that.
Maybe everybody.
There was no Utah cops out there. Salt Lake City did not have one cop. It was the Homeland Security, FBI, and New York City. Why were there cops there and no Utah?
Maybe in Utah they don't have cops; they just have relatives.
They just have cousins.
This is getting crazy. I mean, whoa. I mean, this really proves the fact, though. Andy Cohen tries to act like they're so much better than Love and Hip Hop, and his franchises are the real thugs.
Yeah, I don't know why you said
Has
that.
anybody from Love and Hip Hop ever been accused of a money marketing scheme?
Well, I said that.
No, but there's been a lot that went to jail for drugs and.
Has anybody from Love and Lockup ever went to jail?
No, but I'm saying on Love and Hip Hop, you get to be careful if
I
you
said Love and
jaywalk.
Lockup. Love
If
and Hip
you
Hop.
jaywalk on Love and Hip Hop, you getting arrested. But you can take millions, and then you might just have an appearance in court in Utah.
Right.
Listen,
I think
that was a if y'all remember Scrap De Leon, his brother here in Atlanta was jailed for sex trafficking. Scrap De Leon went to jail for weed possession.
Selling,
y'all know,
was it selling weed?
Yes, it was selling weed. We know Mendices went for trafficking.
Drug trafficking, yeah. Okay.
So,
well, that was long before they came on Love and Hip Hop though. But I think like
no, they actually did that one for New
chilling
York.
in the hood. But on Love and Real Housewives and stuff like that, they're gonna be chilling in the jail.
Now, Mendices was I reviewed that season when they took him to jail. Now you was right about Saz is his name. Scrap De Leon's brother. They weren't filming at the time. It was during the pandemic when he ended up going to jail for sex trafficking. So they weren't filming that season at that point.
But my point is, they're ratchet too.
Sharrell, I think that you prove a point that in certain franchises, just in America, certain communities will go to jail for something small, and in Utah, you might do $1 billion crime and become a politician.
Yep, you get a mayor.
Okay, stop. You are killing me. Stop. Hi, Nay. What did you want to add to the conversation?
I wanted to add to the conversation. I am so disappointed in Whitney. I'm so disappointed in her. Whitney was actually my favorite last season. Her and Meredith. I know Perry hates Meredith, but I still love Meredith. I cry every time he talks about her because I just love me some Meredith with the blazer. But anyways, I was done with Whitney after the last episode where she said that she needed the whole cast to gang up on Mary in order for her to, I guess, feel some type of way. That was just a no-no.
Say that.
I understand you having an issue with Mary because I don't like Mary either. I never did. I didn't like her first season. I said, why they got the only black woman on this cast looking a damn fool? But anyway,
marrying her granddad and all that.
Yes, I was just so mad that they picked her. But what I don't like, and I understand that she has an issue with Mary, but what I don't like is the fact that you need the whole entire cast in order for you to, I guess, have, settle your issue with her. It don't make for a great show. And it is starting to look like what Jen said about y'all, not liking women of color. It's starting to give some validation to that. Because if the issue that you have with Mary, you need to take her head on. I don't like you. you're a crook, all that good stuff, and then let it be. But for you to go get your enemies and other people involved, that's just a no-no for me. So you reap what you sow. Whitney, I hope all your shit come out to the fan. Come out to, yes, I hope all your shit come out.
Come on, Mr.
She
Man.
has lost a fan.
So much. I agree with Nate so much on that.
I'm passionate about it because I'm telling you, Whitney was my girl. Like, you could not tell me nothing about her. But after the last season, after the last episode, and then the information that's coming about her out about her and her husband, I'm just so disappointed. And
Let
then
me ask
Megan,
you this, Nay. Did you
Yes,
find
ma'am.
it strange that when the feds picked up Jen, Whitney was on the bus and immediately started spitting out Jen's crimes as if she was familiar with it? Did you find that strange?
Well, at the time, my question was like, how you know all this already? Like, they just came looking for the girl. So how you know the whole story already?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was confused about that.
well, she could write the ebook on pyramid scheme to sound like, she knew all information.
But y'all
Right, and
cannot
she
forget,
went
y'all cannot forget about Lisa and her 19 lawyers. I'm telling y'all, Lisa is over. Everybody is focusing on Jen and Whitney, but she's over there. Oh my God, what should I do? Am I going to get caught? Don't forget about Lisa. We need to drag Lisa ass in this.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, for me, all of them suspect, okay? But to answer what Nate was talking about, is I think Whitney had everybody and trying to get everybody to gang up on Mary, so that'd be a bigger storyline. So her husband getting sued for his shit don't be seen, huh?
I think what Nate is saying is everybody was talking about Mary the night before.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to talk about Mary, you need to do it in her face. But what she was saying is Whitney is trying to get everybody behind her to boost her up.
I think that's what she's portraying, but I don't think that. I really don't believe that. I think that because I remember when they was talking about all the issues that was going on with Mary, the first thing that was Whitney cousin name? With the other one, the first thing that Heather said was, well, why are we friends with her? Well, you should have asked why you friends with Jen. I genuinely think that they do not like Mary. And the icing on the cake is that they can't even get into a verbal altercation with her because Mary will eat them alive. I literally think they do not like Mary. That's what I think. I genuinely think they don't like Mary. They don't have no chemistry with her. You
or they're two-faced.
Yeah.
Sky, can you answer this comment here? MLMs are not against the law.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, no, they're not against the law, but they're set up in a way where they should be because the way you sell is all commission based and you only get paid with how many people you sign on under you. So if I sign on 3 people,
that's a pyramid.
Yeah. If I sign on 3 people and those people start selling stuff, they have to sign a check to me. So I'm taking money from them as well.
That's true.
The people on the bottom, they don't make anything. I have a few friends that are part of these pyramid schemes, and they're always trying to push stuff on me and everyone else.
Yeah.
They don't make any money, and it's just sad. It's sad. They put so much energy into this stuff.
That's
Andrea,
true.
what did you want to sound off on?
Well, my daddy used to work for this company called Alice Chambers, and it used to be a tractor company. And every summer, a lot of the Mormons, kids and adults would come to work there, like when it was time for inventory to count, the parts and stuff like that. They would come, but they would not receive any money. That all the money that they were supposed to receive would go to the church.
Yeah.
Now I got my check. They didn't get no check.
Okay.
Yes, Andrew.
But every summer they would come and count parts, and they would always try to convert you. But they did not receive the check. They tried
to convert you?
Yeah, they tried to convert. Yeah.
But you're black.
I know. But look at me now.
You're good luck with converting you.
Yeah, they would, but they would never receive the girls and the guys. They never would receive the check. The check would go straight to the church.
It was like a church fundraiser, I think. Like when people just get, like a
No,
church.
it was not. No, Perry, it was
Well, I
not
mean,
a fundraiser.
and that's what it was. If they went to do the labor, but the money went to the church, it's almost like having a church yard sale or something.
Wow,
you out there
Perry.
selling the stuff, but the money go to the church. Well, no, okay.
Perry is too much.
That's how they were running it.
Sebastian, what did you want to contribute to the conversation?
As I've said, Mary Cosby is a force to not touch. Whitney has touched that force. Now, what's happening to her
Wait, what does
is
that
what's happening
mean?
to Jen. As I said, I'm not saying Mary's God. Mary's definitely not God. But maybe her ties with God are very strong because everyone who bashes her, literally everyone. You remember how Jen did to Whitney season 1? Did to Mary season 1. Oh my God! Now look at this about Jen. Now Whitney is facing almost the same thing, and I'm just saying. And the thing about Whitney, well, her husband, yeah, you're right. The thing about Whitney is that I don't think she's sincere on this show. I really do think her life is fake. Because she's like, what, 34, baby? Like, really, what asset does she have that much? I think her life is fake. The only one who's not gonna get anything because it's Meredith. Meredith, she has been loyal to Mary because Mary has always stood by her, defended her, done a lot to her. She will always be okay, but she better not turn. Because what's gonna happen to what happens to Jen, Whitney's husband, and everything is gonna happen to Meredith.
Are you scared of Mary?
Sebastian,
What?
Are you scared of Mary?
I'm
saying
saying,
like
I'm just saying that I would never. If I was part of this franchise, I would always be neutral in this situation. I would never be attacking Mary the way some of these women have been attacking Mary. And as Nay made a point, it's starting to look like they're trying to attack all the women of color on this show.
But see, Sebastian,
I don't want to
love
say
you,
Day.
bro, but
I'm
I have to
talking about
disagree.
specifically Whitney, not Day. Specifically Whitney.
Oh yeah,
I don't see that from Lisa. I don't see that from
Hey, one person at a time.
Sorry.
I think Keneela was going to ask you something.
Yeah, I have to disagree with you. Now, when it comes to Mary, now you have to remember, Mary starts with everybody. She does it underhandedly.
No, she don't.
You want to bet? Go back.
She doesn't start with Meredith.
She don't start with him.
Her and Meredith are gonna get into it this coming Sunday. Y'all stay and watch. Trust me. Everybody at that table is gonna get into it. But look what she did to that girl. I don't know who's supposed to be coming to clean out her hoarded house. That house needs to be fumigated and disintegrated. That woman came there to help her. She hung up on her. Then you got Whitney, who's telling the truth on her behind. Oh, she wants everybody to turn against Whitney because Whitney is telling the truth. Whether we like Whitney or not.
You said her house needs to be fumigated.
Yes.
I don't see that. I don't like Mary. I'm not a fan of Mary. No. But I don't see where she starts with people. I see where she ain't gonna take no BS. I see that once you say something. Once you say something that she don't like, she gonna light you up. I don't see her exactly. I don't see her purposely starting with anybody.
Remember last season? Perfect example. First episode, Mary comes in. Her and Jen has problems because Jen said, Mary said she smelled like hospital. She walked up and said, "I sure did," and and Jen gave us the reason why she was, at the hospital because her auntie had just had an amputation. Mary took, Jen kind of basically took it the whole season, but Mary never said any, she basically came out and said, "Yes, I did," and her and Jen going backwards and forward. Now she wants to get upset with Jen because Jen called her the grandfather effort. I mean, so if Mary can come on the call and say that about you, but then she turns around and try to make herself the victim.
No, but they
get them, Nate.
That same episode. I want to be clear. I don't like Mary, that same episode, they was in Jen's closet or her bedroom or something where Mary apologized for the comment. She said, No, but what I'm saying is, Mary's point was, yes, we had this issue. I apologize. We was over it. Now the next 2 seasons of the next party, you want to get mad because I'm friends with people and call me a grandfather effer. So we got a problem again. That was the situation between Jen and Mary.
Mm.
Well,
Mm.
Mary,
Mary
I feel like
did
this.
apologize to her.
Mary,
But that was a
y'all
half-ass
made
apology. She walked up in there. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. But can we get over it? Now, if somebody came to you and said that to you, what would you say, Nate? Come on now.
I mean, if I wasn't over it,
Really?
I'd have said no. Fuck you. If I don't like the apology that you gave me, if I feel like it wasn't sincere, I would say F you. And maybe that's what Jen thought, which is why she, still had an issue with her.
And
But
that's
if
what I'm saying.
but you can't say that she started with Jen. Like, you can't say, like, the original problem that they had. She said, I'm sorry. That's what Mary said in her confessional last year. She said, I apologize. I thought it was over. Now I come to the next event and you holler about me being a grandfather effer. So now we got a problem again.
And that's what that's my whole point with Mary. Mary can sit here and say that stuff, but then when it comes to when you said about her, oh, she's breaking down, becoming a victim. That's all I'm saying. Now you saw how she cried. You saw how she cried when Whitney and Heather called her out. Lisa basically said the same thing they all said, but then when she gets in front of Mary, she wants to say, "Oh, I didn't say that. That's not what I said." Everybody basically said, "You said that," and Mary just started breaking down and crying. How y'all gonna compare me to Jen? I don't do stuff. But she ain't
I gotta reply to that though. I have a reply to that because I watched Lisa on Watch What Happens Love, and I Watch What Happens Live. I'm sorry, and Lisa said that after the camera stopped rolling that night, her and Mary had a long conversation where Lisa laid out everything, every issue, every accusation, every problem, and apparently what Mary had told her was substantial enough for them to no longer have a problem. That was apparently the whole whatever they discussed after the camera stopped rolling. That was good enough for Lisa to say, you know what, I'm gonna be, I'm still gonna be your friend. We still gonna film together, whatever. But my thing is, if y'all gonna sit me down as a woman in general and ask me, well, I've heard this about you, I heard this about you. Can you explain? I'm gonna have the same type of reply. First of all, I'm a grown ass woman. I don't have to tell y'all nothing about my life. That's number one. But you can't negate the fact that Mary is still a human, and if her feelings are hurt, people gonna cry. Like, if you come to me and you compare me to Jen, and she having this issue, she going to court, she done got indicted. If my feelings gonna hurt, I'm gonna cry too. Now I don't know if everything is said about Mary is true, but what I'm trying to see and what I ask other people is, I'm trying to see where her church is different from other churches. I don't see anything that's different, and that's the only reason why I'm not going to be like, you know what, F Mary and all this stuff, because if you ask me, all the churches is about money. At least everyone I've been in.
Well,
but I ain't gonna call my minister no God. I'm not gonna address my minister as God.
Yeah.
And that's the difference
All right.
with Mary.
Let me bring up a new crew. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Sebastian, Andrea, Nate, and Sky.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
I'm loving this discussion.
You like getting yelled at?
Oh, you
Hey,
know
Corey.
it. Hey, my love. She's back.
Is that better now?
Much better.
Yeah. No, it was just
Okay.
like something. Yeah, go ahead. You good?
Yeah. Cool.
Hey,
Now,
Hey, Diva.
Diva, miss you.
Hey, Grand Diva.
All right. Corey, were you wanting to sound off on something else when you
yeah, about just a little bit about Mary. Didn't Uncle Earl, was his name Uncle Earl or Ernest?
Ernie, yeah.
Uncle Ernie said that when you gang up on her, she gonna cry. And Lord, if she didn't do that.
But Corey, remember she went
Corey.
into
You
the
wrong for
kitchen.
that.
Remember she went in the kitchen and Jeannie went behind, or was it Lisa? Went behind her. And she basically went in there and said, how y'all gonna compare me to Jen, like the Mexican people, like, and she was trying to say the cartels. But she stood up there crying and sitting there like, y'all can't compare me to that. But we got her court cases coming up just in a few, probably in a few episodes.
Yeah. But you know what? But Meredith something ain't right with her. I can't put my finger on it, but it's coming.
It is. All right, Diva, what did you want to add to today? What did you want to talk about?
First, we'll talk about Ben Affleck and that problematic interview that he did that was so disrespectful. I'm going to need all these celebrities to not do an interview like ever. Like, is he kidding me right now? He talked about being trapped and how he, if he would have stayed in the marriage, he probably would have still been drinking. He wasn't quite sure if he should go back to dance because of his kids. But yet I heard that he was writing Jennifer Lopez letters when she was still with A-Rod.
Stop.
So,
You didn't hear that.
He was allegedly like he had wrote her letter or something like that, like he was writing her letters. So now you want to try to act like you wasn't, because of the kids, you wasn't sure if you was gonna go back to her. But yet you written me right now, and then going to say, you know, she wasn't happy, I wasn't happy. Don't speak for her, because you a whole hot mess in this interview, okay? Yeah. And if it, you know, if he would have stayed, he would have never stopped drinking. He pissed me off with that interview. Wanted to slap him. And now because Jago's pissed, you want to backtrack on your words because it does look so messy. Either way, even if it is true, this is the mother of your children. You are so concerned about the kids. So why would you even run your mouth and say anything like that?
Yeah.
I thought it was so problematic. Now, in terms of Lala, the problem I have with this situation is your man cheated on you and you know how bad it felt.
Ooh,
so why are you going to get with somebody else's husband? I have a problem when somebody wants to get with someone else's husband. Now, you know, you felt bad. You was running around with the puppy eyes, wanted everybody to feel sorry for you because this man was cheating on you over and over and over and over again. And now you're going to sleep with Alicia Keys' husband, allegedly.
Tell us how you really feel, Diva.
but we cannot pretend that's how Alicia got him. So you lose him how you get him. So we can't.
You got that right.
You lose him how you get him, but Lala's supposed to do better because she know better because it happened to her, right? So Alicia Keys going to get her karma regardless. But Lala, you want to act like you this good girl, and in the meantime, behind the scenes, you sleeping with somebody's husband. Don't do that.
But the word on the street is
Don't tell us
the word on the street is that Lala is not that good.
Okay, Corey, stop.
Remember, KJ said that she smelled like honey and honey nut Cheerios.
Okay.
I remember.
Go ahead, Diva. Keep going, Diva.
So, and who else? Megan the Stallion. Listen. She done got all these women rallying around her. Yeah. Okay, she talking about she stepped on glass, and then she changed the story or whatever the case may be. All I'm hoping right now is that she's not doing a Smollett. That she's not doing that. And I hope this story don't be messy because she's talking about every time y'all talk about it, I gotta relive it. Well, honey, it's now in the Lord's hand. You're gonna have to relive it, and people are going to talk about it. All you need to worry about is making sure the truth is heard. So I understand that initially you may be scared when they first come upon you, especially because if you know y'all was drinking, maybe allegedly, and all that, you like, oh my God, we've been doing all this stuff. I don't want to get in trouble. I get it. But now, because it's in the Lord's hands, you have to go talk to your lawyer and somebody else and say, look, this is what happened this night. So they can work with you and work through it and get the truth out there. But don't talk about your only defense is I'm just reliving it. You're gonna have to relive it, honey, until it's done and over with.
Diva, you on a roll.
I love
it. You preach.
No. But Diva, though, like I think that's a misunderstanding between her truth and the publicist and the lawyer. You understand me? Like there's so many sides. And I think Kelsey shot her, but it will come out later. Don't worry about that.
Diva, what do you think happened that night?
I do think it was. See, here's the thing. We already know, right? When you have some other alcohol or whatever, when you add that to the picture, and they was partying, and a whole lot of stuff went on, and allegedly he was trying to talk to the girlfriend, he was trying to talk to Kylie. So here it is. It's disrespectful if I bring you to my girlfriend's party, and you up in my girlfriend's party acting a fool, and you trying to talk to her, and then I find out you was trying to talk to my girlfriend too. So they probably all was getting it in, and it got extra heated, the conversation and the argument in the car, right? So I don't know who did what. I do believe that it was some pow pow. I don't know who did the pow pow, and I don't think they were trying to do it on purpose. I think because they was all acting crazy and playing around that it happened. But my thing is, at this point now, you got to fess up to the truth.
Yeah.
You got to tell what happened. You can't be sitting back acting like you so innocent, because the truth is going to surface. And then what are you going to say when the truth comes up?
She will lose her deal.
And see, and the thing is,
wait, hold on. What did you say, Sabrina?
She will lose the deal, like the record company and stuff like that. She will lose a whole lot of stuff, so she can't.
Jay-Z not like that though.
She will just write this out.
Yeah,
Jay-Z not like that though.
No.
And see, all she had to do is come out and tell the truth. I mean, if it was an accident, it was an accident. Nobody, if you know.
Hey y'all. I just feel like, and I like Megan, we're from the same place, but I do get smiled all over this case, because I had a hard time. I was trying to think to myself, y'all, why would Jussie do that? What could he gain from letting people, people that he got beat up by some MAGA people? But what did Megan gain? Megan wasn't that big like that, like she is now before she got shot.
Ooh, you trying to say?
He ain't lying.
It's like when she got shot, she blew up the stardom. I'm just saying. That's just the truth
about that.
Ooh, good boy. You really think? Ooh, I don't know.
I don't want to have to think like that. Ooh, I just said it was a scuffle and nobody know who pow anybody.
Baby, I'm gonna know who pow me.
But he was
like
sleeping
Rick Ross
with
say, I
Kelsey
want to look
first,
my
though.
killer in his eye. I want to look my killer in the eye. I need to see who did something to me so I can know how to plot my revenge.
Not the killer. Really?
I don't give a damn. I don't care what you was on. I don't care what you was on. I know who shot me.
Yeah.
He was sleeping with Kelsey first, though.
She was.
So why did Kelsey have gun residue, Gabor?
I don't know why she had. Listen, I don't know. Megan needs to tell us who shot her. I don't know what happened. Let me know who shot you. Megan was sleeping with that girl. Megan had backdoored her friend. I mean, you could give it up to who you want to, but you can't do that to everybody. They said that wasn't her first time sleeping behind the girl. That's what they said in the courtroom.
No.
Oh, yes, they
Wait
did.
a minute. What did you just say before?
Kelsey was with Tory first, and then Megan started messing with him. But in the court document, oh yes, where y'all been? But they said that this wasn't the first time Megan done went behind that girl and done slept with somebody. That's
I'm just being 46.
The first time I let you slide, the second time, pop, I'm just, everybody.
I can see your point.
Hold on, Sabrina. You've heard this before?
Yeah, I said it. Like been sleeping with Kelsey before that, long time too. And then Megan started like messing around with him, and he tried to slide into Kylie's or Kylie, basically. And then they had this like discussion, and I think like Kelsey shot her, basically. But she was like in some kind of deal, or she was about to sign to Jay-Z's record, and I don't think Jay-Z's gonna let that slide, because she's basically trying to put this black man behind bars.
But and even still though, Kelsey was still her best friend. You know what I'm saying? So she probably like, okay, well, I ain't gonna send my best friend to jail. We're gonna send him.
But Megan is fake though, because you seen how she done, like gone from Nicki to Cardi and all of that. Like we don't play around.
Let me read these super chats. Hold on one second. Why do people keep saying Alicia broke up Swift's marriage? Swift had a baby on his wife before started dating him. I mean, people keep saying it because Mashonda and Alicia says it. This groupie from New York wrote a book about having an affair with Swiss.
He's got a baby.
Who slept with Swiss?
Allegedly, Lala Anthony.
Oh, child.
Swiss got a baby in London.
Say it again.
But listen, he said knock it off.
He's got a baby in London.
He does, but he's still a cheater. Diva, what are your thoughts? Can you go on another rampage about Swiss Beats?
You know what? He sound guilty because all you're gonna say is knock it off.
Yeah,
that's what Swiss said. Knock it off.
He said knock it off. Knock it off. Like knock it off. Mind your business. Don't say nothing. Get out of here.
But I could believe it. He was with Lala. You see, Lala ain't that same girl from TRL. When I was little, I used to watch 106 and Park and TRL faithfully. Lala done got with Carmelo. She waited forever. She did the Tanya. She waited.
Don't do that no more.
She was engaged forever, and that man finally married her because that's in the NBA. They want you to seem more like a family man.
Yeah,
he was holding out. He was holding out. He really didn't want to marry her. They done had the baby. The baby was damn near 10 years old before they got married. He ended up just giving her the ring and stuff. But see, she was real gold diggerish. She was gold digger. See, I watched the show with him. But Alicia.
Stephanie says hello.
Hey, Stephanie, what's good? But see, Alicia done stole that man. See, that's how people try to get you. See, she done stole that man from his wife, and she was getting made up and everything. Now all of a sudden, she done married that man and had kids. She don't want to wear makeup that more. That man tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit. That man wants something nice. No, I'm just saying he wants something nice. He wants something nice. Now I done got with you, I done married you, gave you the ring and had the kids and shit. And now you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Now you wanna change. No.
Without her makeup.
She is cute. I'm not saying she look bad, but I'm just saying you just can't do no 360. Like you just, I mean, she just changed it up. That man wants something nice.
Oh my God!
I can't.
The boy is crazy.
Lala stated that her diamond engagement ring from Randall, who's Randall, had been treated with chemicals to make it look good, and it wasn't good quality. Does she mean Anthony?
Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, she's thinking
about that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Randall gave her a fake wedding ring.
Are we not talking about Lala Anthony?
No,
she was talking about the other Lala, the fake.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that.
That's crazy.
That
Gabor, you joined in late. Did you have any thing to talk about? We're talking about Whitney Rose. You don't watch that show. J-Lo upset at Ben.
What J-Lo do?
J-Lo.
He don't want to marry her.
He said that he was a drunk because of Jennifer Gardner, and basically J-Lo made him apologize because it's making her look bad. She don't want to be associated with anything that make her look bad. She will leave you and go get another man.
Well, Ben did a Nick Cannon. Because remember, that's the reason why Mariah left him, because he was talking about Kim Kardashian on TV.
Oh, Lord.
So he was a drunk because of Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah, he was married to Jennifer Gardner. He said Jennifer made him a drunk. This is crazy. And that
he was trapped. He was trapped.
Yeah.
What got to do with J-Lo?
It doesn't.
Yeah, I always say.
But he said that he didn't want to go out with J-Lo again for some other reason. I couldn't remember what the last part of it he said, but he said something about J-Lo and she didn't like it. And she was like, you better fix it.
Yeah. Corey, Sabrina, let me just take these last couple calls and then we're going to wrap up. I'm going to drop you guys, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Okay, one more. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Darrell. How are you? Can you sound off really quickly,
How
Katrina?
are you?
Katrina.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What did you want to
I'm
sound
sorry?
off on really? What did you want to sound
Can
off
you
on
hear
really
me?
quick? Yeah, can you hear us?
She probably got her browser open with an echo.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, she might have a delay.
Is there a delay? Okay, I'm gonna give her a chance.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you.
but we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. No. All right. Gabor, did you want to sound off on anything really quick before we wrap this up? We talked about Meg the Stallion?
I just want to really know what happened between Megan and Kelsey and Tori.
Yeah,
I really want to know what happened.
That Meg the Stallion story is. We just got to wait for the court case.
We're gonna find out next month.
Because I mean,
it's
people that have seen gunshot wounds before they work in the hospital and stuff. We done had Miss Mona come in here and said that ain't no gunshot wound. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, Mona, you got Diva. Diva's the nurse. She said that.
There ain't no gunshot wounds. I don't think. It doesn't look like just glass to me. That's more than glass. So
but
I believe
glass, but is it a bullet?
But I think it glazed. It glazed by her, like it's the fragments of it or whatever that went by her. But like I said, all we need is the medical record, because the medical record is going to tell you whether it was glass, a bullet, or whatever it was. It's going to be in the medical record. So that's what we need. We need to see this medical record.
But fragment hurt too.
But she's not going to make it public, but the court is going to get the medical record, and they can clearly say that in the records it said it was XYZ. So let us know. Now we're going to go from there. If they do find that it was fragments of the pow whatever, then they're going to say, okay, well, who did it? I think either way he's in some trouble, because he's not even supposed to be around weapons because he's on probation, right? And he's not even supposed to be drinking if you're on probation. If I'm not mistaken, you can't drink. You can't be around another offender. You're not supposed to be around any weapons. It's so many rules around it. So either way, he's going to be in some type of trouble because he was around some things he wasn't supposed to be around. So that's why I think they are playing games with the story. But they all going to go down the hole if they don't start telling the truth. Somebody's going to break. Somebody's going to break and tell the truth.
I really can't wait to the trial starts, because this is going to be interesting. I'm going to cover it.
That's what I was asking you, Sharrell, because I want to follow. I want to come on and talk about it with you. Because
it's going to be interesting. Somebody's lying, and that's what we like to talk about here. We call people out. Stop lying. Somebody's lying. So
somebody's not. And Sharrell, that Whitney, she about to go down. Bravo probably especially going to say something about it now, because they know you don't want them to. It's going to happen with Whitney.
That's going to be season 3. That's going to be season 3. Watch what I tell you. That's going to be season 3.
Her husband is getting sued for running a Ponzi scheme, the same as Jen Shaw. That's the third criminal on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Gabor, I told you it was boring. I lied. You got to start watching.
Who was the second criminal?
See, I told you.
Jen Shaw, and then Mary Cosby has a lawsuit too.
So somebody said in the chat, who did the gun belong to? It was Tori's, right?
I thought it was.
Yeah, but it was unregistered.
Okay, it was unregistered. Okay. All right.
This is crazy. And why did Kelsey have gunpowder on her hands?
Right.
Residue, yeah.
And
I just can't see me getting shot.
Look, we got to look at the court case, because
me saving nobody. You know what I'm saying? If I got shot, Tori and Kelsey will be going down. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all try to kill me. No, for real. You can. If somebody shoots you, I'm the person. You could shoot somebody in the foot and you could die. You know what I'm saying? You tried to kill a bullet.
Because you got vital veins in your foot.
You fired a gun at me. You fired a gun at me. You tried to take my life.
Okay.
I don't mean to be ignorant, but Diva, you can die from a gunshot wound in the foot.
If it hits any wrong organ or vital vein or whatever, anything can happen. So anything is definitely possible. But I think also too, she's going to have to answer to why, because I think she is the one that said she just had glass in her foot, right? She's going to have to answer to why she said that, in the beginning. To the
you keep changing your story. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Listen, I want them in jail. I want all my fingers and toes. Okay. Yeah. I don't want no gun. I don't want no bullet wounds on my skin. I don't want none of that. Okay.
You still want to be able to wear your Air Jordans.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up. Any last words, guys? Oh, Gabor, you want your fingers and toes? You want them all?
All of them, all 10 of them. I want all 10 fingers. I want all 10 toes. I don't want no ligaments out of my leg. None of that. None of that. Everybody would have been in jail, but Megan, you know, that girl probably got fed up. I'm not saying that the girl did shoot her, but that was the girl said that wasn't Megan's first time sleeping behind her. She probably, you know, got upset. You could only push people so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the girl probably was a little envious because Megan rapping, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She could only get invited to these events through Megan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So probably a little bit of hate there, and you know.
And then,
anybody else?
Look, my final word is this: things always look suspect when the story keep changing. Regardless, if they wanted to tell the truth, got scared to tell the truth. When your story keep changing, we got a problem. Now they're in court. It's gonna come out next month.
Yeah. All I got to say is everybody tune in for season 3 of Salt Lake City. Yeah, I told y'all don't sleep on it. The more we know you ain't gonna watch it. But I
gotta watch it. All right, guys. I wanted to thank everyone. Go ahead, Diva.
Sharrell, my final words is since Swiss B spoke and said knock it off, we're gonna need Lala to say a little something. What happened, Lala?
But I mean, she did speak.
But you know, Lala like
knock it off.
You know, Lala like that kind of stuff. You know, she want to be seen as, you know, she want to be Kim so bad. She don't want to got her body done. Every little movie role she get, every show she coming in, she willing to show her titties and get butt naked every time. She got naked on The Shy. She got naked on Power. You know, she want to be seen as a sex symbol. So that's good for her. But girl, stop.
All right. On that note, I want to thank everyone in the chat for being so opinionated. I want to thank Gabor for doing it like no other. He in Gabor style with the truth. Okay, he's telling the truth. On 3, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye.